Hi everyone, it's Hannah here. So this week I'm wearing the Friday Pattern Company Saguaro trousers in a lovely viscose linen. They're really great for the summer, they're so floaty and comfy. So this week I'm going to be showing you some of the patterns we've picked out from the new Fibre Mood magazine. This is edition 28 and some really nice like spring summer patterns, so we'll have a look at some of those. So the first pattern we've picked out this week is the Ramona Dress. It's this really nice simple shape, slightly A-line at the bottom, but on the back there's some really cool ties, so there's a really fun detail. It's great for lightweight linens or cottons, basically anything you want. So we've picked a couple out. So this is the magenta linen. It's got a little bit more weight to it, so it'd probably hold its shape at the bottom a little bit more. We do this in loads of fun colours, so there's a lot to choose from. And then we've also picked out this fabric Godmother viscose lawn. So this is the Shadow Multi. As you can see, it's got quite a large print on it, but I think it'd work well with the shape of the dress because it's quite simple. So having a bit more of a fun fabric would be really nice for it. And it's got that lovely drape, so you'd be swishing around all summer. Next up is the Malia top. It's a really simple shape again, but with these lovely puff sleeves, and they've also got pleats on them. You can see a little bit closer up there. So it'd be really great in something quite lightweight, or if you wanted a little bit more structure to these puff sleeves, you could use something like a cotton lawn. We've got quite a few in at the minute, some really fun prints, some more plainer ones, and they've just got that little bit more crisp to them to hold the shape. So you can also use a seersucker fabric. These have got really nice texture to them, and again they've got that little bit more weight, so it would hold the shape of the sleeves and that really lovely pleat in the sleeves. So the last pattern we've chosen from the magazine is the Eden jacket. It's kind of like a bomber style jacket, but again with these really fun sleeves. They're 3/4, so they create a little bit of drama. So fabric for these, we actually do stock this Fibre Mood fabric. It's the Collage leaves, and it's a cotton linen blend, but it's got this lovely Jacquard pattern in the background. So it gives it a little bit more texture to it and a little bit more interest. So you could also use these block Jacquards that we used in our Amelia bomber jacket kit recently. It comes in a lovely green, a light blue, and also a black. So there's a colour for everybody. These have also got lovely texture and be really lovely for the big sleeves that this jacket has.
Hi, I'm Rosie and I'm wearing the Cielo top from Closet Core in a Sevenberry cotton. Today I'm going to show you some new fabrics that we have and recommend some good patterns that you can make them out of. So this is the Buttercup Pop Floral Jacquard fabric. It's a really lovely sort of flowery design, and the Jacquard makes it a little bit squashy and bouncy, and it'd be really good for the Luscantire bag, which was a previous kit that we had. A nice like beach bag sort of feel to it. If you don't want to make a bag, then the Sunny jacket by Tilly and the Buttons would be a nice little summery jacket. This is the Sky Floral Stripe embroidered cotton viscose. You might recognise it from the Strata kit that we've released. It's just a lovely lightweight cotton viscose fabric. It would be perfect in the Megan Nielsen Darling Ranges dress or the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush top. Finally, we have here the watercolour floral splash viscose fabric. It's really lovely and soft and drapey. It would be perfect in the Nyx dress. Also a kit that we've previously done, so Lauren's Hints and Tips video is available if you want to check that out. It can be made in a dress form or a little blouse. A good beginner-friendly pattern for if you wanted to give viscose a go is the Indigo top by Tilly and the Buttons. It's quite straightforward as a sort of first try, and it's nice and drapey and would be lovely in this fabric. You might want to keep this fabric in mind because Lorna's going to be talking about a Luscantire workshop coming up soon. All the fabrics that you see here are listed underneath, and if you want to have a look at any of the other new fabrics that we've had in recently, then have a look at the last video that Hannah did talking about new fabrics.
Hi everyone, I'm Becca. So I look after the Sewing Society kits here at Guthrie Ghani. First off, I know people always ask what we're wearing. Annoyingly, this is a bit of a hack of a basic bodice block. But I think you could maybe get a similar look with the Fibre Mood Company square neck top. And then I've just added like a puff sleeve with a little tie onto it, but it's in Atelier Brunette fabric, which is really, really nice. So today is quite an exciting day here at Guthrie Ghani because it's the day we're filming this is the first Wednesday of the month, which is Sewing Society Kit Release Day. So we've had the Cassidy Wrap Top by Helen's Closet, and then we've had the Luli Dress from Paper Cut Patterns. So I'm just going to talk you through the details of those patterns. So obviously as I'm filming this on the Wednesday and it's coming to you guys on Monday, then I don't know at this stage what stock will still be available, if any is still available. But if you have missed out on the kits this time and you wanted to try and recreate them, then always remember that you can get Lauren's videos separately. So you can buy those as standalone things with all her top tips and everything, and like close-ups of different bits to film that she's filmed for you. So you can always buy those separately, and sometimes we have bits of fabric left over from the kits. So if you're totally in love with one of them and it's gone, you can always drop us an email and the team will let you know if we've got anything available. All right, so first up, we've got the Cassidy Wrap Top, which was modelled for us by our lovely Alison, who works in the shop, and she teaches our kids' classes as well. So the Cassidy Wrap Top is a really nice, like fitted wrap with a peplum on the bottom of it that you can either have a short length or a longer length. It's got options to have 2 different ties, so you can have like a little dainty tie, or you can have quite a wide tie that you can tie at the front or tie at the back in a really nice big bow. The kind that I think Esme from Sewing Bee would be proud of. She likes a bow, doesn't she? So yeah, you've got a few options there. And then you've also got sleeve options. So it's got a grown-on sleeve, and you can either have that sort of left at, it's fairly long grown-on sleeve, sort of short sleeve length, or you can have a full long sleeve as well. So lots of options to kind of choose which one which you like the best, and obviously we cover those in the video. It's got facing around the opening, the neck, which is top stitched down, so it's not going to peek out, because I know that's a pet peeve of some people, you know, that facings tend to sometimes pop out. That is not going anywhere, you don't need to worry about that. What else can I tell you about it? Well, so we've got it in these lovely 3 different fabrics that we've made it up in. So the first one is this gorgeous blue floral, which is a cotton sateen fabric. So a sateen fabric is woven with a satin weave, which just gives it this slight sheen to it. And because it's a cotton, obviously it's really nice and stable, very easy to work with. Then we've got a plain weave viscose, so this is more like a viscose challis kind of weight, but still quite nicely opaque to it as well. It's got these flowers all over it and lots of pink and blue and lots of nice colours there that would sort of match with different outfits. I think that would look nice. And lastly, we've got this viscose linen, which is one of the most popular fabrics here at Guthrie Ghani. We really love this. It's a nice blend of viscose and linen, so you get sort of the best of both fibres, so you get that really nice texture that you get with linen, and it also gives it a little bit more stability, and then obviously you've still got great drape which comes from the viscose. And all of these fabrics are all natural, all wonderful and breathable as well. And I feel like you really need to sort of almost, I wish that you could feel the viscose linen one to feel how nice and soft that is. And we like to sort of try and have a bit of a basic option. So, you know, this kind of fabric would hopefully go with more things in your wardrobe. Obviously, we all love a print as well, and we love fun print to wear. But the basic option is kind of nice for everyday wear with lots of different things as well. So that's the Cassidy Wrap Top. All right, so our second kit this month was the Luli Dress from Paper Cut Patterns, which is a really lovely dress, well, for kind of, I mean, lots of occasions, but great if anyone's going to like a summer wedding or a summer party, or even just down the pub where you want to look particularly put together. So the Luli dress has got a round neckline, which, you know, you could lower if you wanted, and you could just lengthen your binding piece if you wanted to do that. It's got these lovely puff sleeves, which are then gathered into a little binding at the bottom here. So you can have these as a short length, or you can have them kind of 3/4 length as well, which is really nice. It's got a nice darted bodice that's you know, it's not like skin tight, it's just nicely loose. There's a nice amount of ease in there, so it's not hugging you too much. You've got room to eat a big dinner if you are going to a nice wedding. So on the back, we've got a keyhole opening, which again is finished with bias binding. And this does sit above your bra strap, but if you wanted to make it a bit smaller, then Lauren does show you in the video how to redraft that and just to make a smaller opening on the back. So that's possible if you wanted. On the bottom, we've got a lovely bias cut skirt. So that just gives a bit of extra drape and movement to the skirt. And you can have, I mean, the pattern comes with a short and long length. But obviously you can go anywhere in between that as well. And Lauren does talk about that in the video too, if you want to choose a different length. And lastly, you're thinking, how do I get in and out? Then it's got a little zip here in the side seam. Nice invisible zip, so you can, well, you can't really see it, can you? And in the video, Lauren shows you a different method for inserting the invisible zip to what you might be used to, which helps to try and avoid that bubble that you can sometimes get at the bottom of an invisible zip. So nice little extra detail there. The fabric for these is so lovely. It's like, it's a textured viscose. It's mostly Ecovero viscose. And mixed with a little bit of polyamide, and it's thicker than like a standard viscose is, and it's got this really nice texture, like almost a bit like a linen. You know, it's got a slightly raised texture to it. Again, really nice and opaque, and because it's got a little bit more structure, works quite well with this dress that you can make. You know, you could make it just in a plain linen or something if you wanted, or a cotton with a bit, you know, with a bit more structure than these have. They have got a bit of drape because of the viscose content in them anyway. So paper cut patterns have two separate size ranges, which are like completely separate products. So they've got their original size range, which is their size is 1 to 8, but in UK sizes, that's roughly sort of 4 to 20. And then they've got their curve size range, which is roughly UK sizes 16 to 34. So those are, we've got the kit is available in both size ranges, but they are separate products on the website. So not like on the Cassidy, you'd see in the drop down all the different size options, but on the Luli, you'd have to go to the curve listing. If you wanted to buy the curve one, then you'll just watch out for the different sizes because they are separate products. But both of them got a really nice inclusive size range and really nice instructions in both of them too. So we've had a question in from a customer who has got the Fran pajamas by Closet Core, and they really like the look of the Jenna shirt, which you might have seen Laura made recently in in our cheesecloth fabric. And they're wondering if they could sort of recreate the Jenna with the Fran pattern. Because there are quite a lot of similarities, but I thought I'd just talk you through what some of the differences are in them, because you could get a similar look, I think, but yeah, there are some sort of more key differences. So both of them have got a traditional collar to them with a collar stand. The Fran has got like a little button loop at the top of the collar, which I guess you could just omit that if you didn't want it. On the back, they've both got a yoke. The Jenna has got like quite a deep yoke on the back of it in comparison to the Fran. Fran's a smaller one, and underneath that, the Fran has got an inverted pleat in the bottom section of the back bodice, and the Jenna is just smooth, there's no pleat at all. And on the back of the Jenna, you've also got a little hanging loop as well, which is a very sweet little detail. But again, that's something that that kind of detail you could just add in quite easily. They've both got a drop sleeve and quite sort of an oversized fit to them. I think one of the big differences is on the sleeves on the cuffs. So the Fran has got quite wide sleeves and just sort of a basic cuff to it, but the Jenna has got a traditional cuff and a tower placket as well. So that allows you to open the sleeve and to roll it up and everything. So yeah, that's something that I guess might be slightly more tricky to draft and to add in. In terms of like the bottom shaping, the Jenna's longer than Fran is, but again, you could lengthen that fairly easily. The Fran's finished at the bottom with a facing, Jenna isn't, but Jenna's got a really nice little, it's got a very curved hem, and it's got a nice little detail on the side seam where you can add in this little gusset, which you sometimes see in ready-to-wear shirts, which is really nice. Closet Core love their little details, don't they? So that's a really nice little detail that they've added into that. And the pockets are quite similar on both shirt patterns as well. You've got very similar pockets. I guess with Jenna, you also get the option to have the dress version as well. So, but again, I think you could easily add that kind of thing onto the Fran if you want. So I hope that helps to make a bit of a decision. They're both really lovely patterns, and I know when Closet Core designed the Fran and released it, they did say that they, were hoping people would use it to make not just shirts to wear to bed, but shirts to wear out of the house as well, and even like a shacket or something like that will probably be really nice in it. So a few options for you to think about.
Hi, Lorna here. I'm here this week to tell you all about our summer sewing timetable here at Guthrie Ghani. This week I'm wearing the Tilly and the Buttons Marnie blouse. I love it for its undulating tucks here, so really interesting blouse. I absolutely love it. So we've got a calendar of unmissable events for you. So I'm going to go through some of them with you now. So first up with our summer sewing classes, we've got the Helen's Closet Ivory leggings, which I'm teaching here. These are a version that I made up in this lovely active wear fabric. At the time of filming, there are a couple of spaces left. So if you're interested, head over to the website for the full details. Something that I'm super excited about is another weekend with the Avid Seamstress. So this was previously a sold out weekend, but because it was so popular, we've managed to secure another weekend with Lisa Faulkner, who is the designer and woman behind the Avid Seamstress brand. So the dates are Saturday the 10th and Sunday the 12th of August. Get yourself booked on. Come and experience a whole weekend making an Avid Seamstress pattern of your choice. This weekend promises to be an unforgettable journey into garment making. So for all of you that get very frustrated going on holiday and beach bags spilling out their contents all over the place, Lauren here has designed a new bag. This again has been a previous Sewing Society kit, so lots of you will be big fans already. You may have a kit left over from buying it and you are not too sure where to start, would like a little bit of a help sewing it up, or you might be brand new to bag making, but this bag has it all. So we've got a beautiful selection of Jacquards or Sevenberry cotton linen fabrics, which would work really well for this. And so there are lots of skills here, inserting a zip pocket. If you look inside the bag, this was one of its unique features to the Lusk and Tie bag, is this drawstring opening that just keeps everything nice and compact, all your towels, all your bits and bobs in the bag. So this is, a new workshop. So hopefully lots of you will be able to come along to that one. In case you missed it, we have got a brand new tutor coming to the G&G Sewing Studio. It's Lauren Tedstone. You may recognise her from Series 9 of the Great British Sewing Bee. She made it to the quarterfinal. So she will be joining our team of tutors and bringing you some lovely, exciting workshops.